Welcome to a new video about the Kingfisher. Last episode ended in a very bad way for the couple, but what is going to happen next? In the trailer we see that Saran will leave the palace and will go to her father's house, hoping that the changed Cosm will support her for the first time in her life, but as I said in the previous video, the old Cosm will return, and that's what we saw in the trailer. Saran will go there and tell him everything from the beginning about how Ferret was still dating Pelin and how he brought her to their room and everything else. So in that moment he will start to beat her. But how will she be rescued from him? It is so difficult for Ferret to just go and get her like he did last time, and this time Saran doesn't even want to be with him, so we might see her staying for some time at her father's house and be tortured, then going to palace with Ferret. So my analysis is that in this meantime Ferret will try to prove to Saran that he didn't tell Pelin anything. So Ferret will try to learn how did Pelin and her mother learn everything about how Cosm tortured them, and of course the answer is Ifakat. In the last episode we saw a scene which I believe it was a hint from the scriptwriter, when Ifakat was talking on the phone with Pelin's mother, and she walked past Ferret, he said, and I was worrying with who is the sister-in-law talking to all day. So my prediction is that Ferret will hear Ifakat speaking in the phone with Pelin's mother. First he will not know with who she is talking, but I think he will follow her and he might see them meeting, and I think that he will take a picture of them or something and will go to Saran and prove to her that it wasn't him who told them those things but Ifakat. But then what? This is obviously enough to convince Saran, but how to convince Cosm, who will not let her go with him never again? After learning the truths, he will want immediately to divorce them, so how will they manage to get out of this? I believe they will come up with a plan, and as I said earlier, I truly believe that this plan will be the fake pregnancy of Saran. This is not confirmed or anything, but it is the only thing that makes sense and that is big enough to save their marriage. So Ferret will confront Cosm, and when Cosm will get so angry and tell him to divorce Saran, he might tell I can't because she is carrying my baby, and this way Cosm will have no choice but to let Saran go back to the palace. These things won't happen in episode 27, but I think later. In episode 27 we will see the breakdown of Ferret's mental health. We see a scene of him letting the anger out by beating Aberdeen, and he will absolutely go crazy. In the other side, Saran will be prepared to tell the truth to her father, and then she will get beaten. So basically the next episode is all like this. Nothing special is going to happen, but those predictions I made I think will happen in the future episodes. The last thing I am going to talk about in this video is a theory that might seem unbelievable, but it might be true. In the last episode, when Ferret and Aberdeen were talking alongside the beach, Sultan brought her son and asked them if they could play with him, so Ferret didn't hesitate and started playing with him, and while they were playing, the look in Sultan's face, the kind of smile she had on her face, made me believe that her son might be Ferret's son. This sounds unbelievable, but I believe it might be true. That child is around 4 to 5 years old. Ferret is 24 years old, so we know that she has been in love with him for years. And it actually makes sense. He was just a young man and Sultan was in love with him, so he actually might be the father of him, which might affect many things in the future of the series. If he is his son, it will definitely come out on future episodes, but we will have just to wait and see what the scriptwriter is thinking to write. Anyway, this is the end of this video. I hope you found the information valuable, and if you haven't already, I would be glad if you considered subscribing me to help me reach 5,000 subscribers. Again, thank you very much for watching this video, and I hope to see you in the next one.